Okay, slay. So today's goal is basically to finish HTML and move on to CSS. And for that, not a lot is left. I think this is doable, right? So, so basically, there are three tools to consider when you're putting images. That is the size, format, and compression. Right? You need a specific size that is in pixel by pixel. You need like the file format. You have your different file formats, and then the compression, right? And you can reduce the sizes for it. As we know, online you can do anything. Should you scale size or size your images? Your images should be the same scale as the rent. Huh? Okay. TS? I don't know what TS is. What file format should you never compress? JPEG, because it's not lossless. What are the different types of image licenses? Images are considered intellectual property. By these means, they're protected by copyright, often belonging to the creator. You can use them in a web page. You cannot use them unless you obtain written permission, right? Obtain the license or incorporate the image under fair use, right? Fair use is limited and transformative, would be to comment or review the art or create a parody of the image. Some images might be released under permissive license. Finally, some images may be released to the public domain. Permissive license, I'm guessing. What license releases works into the public domain? Creative Commons 0. Which, how can you find images? This and I think as long credit, correct, correct. All rights reserved. My bad. I read it wrong. What are SVGs? We need to understand how images work. Common image formats like PNG and JPG are raster formats. It means essentially they're pixel based. A large downside is they do not upscale well. If you've ever tried to make a PNG larger, you'll see that it becomes pixelated or blurry. And SVG is a different. Oh, it's scalable vector graphic. Okay. It tracks on paths and equations to plot points, curves, and lines. What it means is a vector graphic can be scaled without impacting the quality. Here are basic elements. There's a container for the whole drawing. It sets up the space when the shapes appear. Everything that you want to draw with SVG, so the circles, lines, and paths will go into the SVG element. Oh, okay. The circle element is used to make the face and the eyes. The path element is used to draw the smile. Oh shit. There are a few examples. Update the value for fill, like any color, like green, red, yellow. Okay. Okay, slay. So when do you want to use an SVG? It's great for icons because they scale perfectly. They allow you to adapt your layout. And A raster image is an image that stores color data for each pixel. A vector image just stores lines, points, not as XML. It stores it in XML. Slay. God, I would love to donate to them actually. They're doing a really good job. I'm actually insanely excited to go through this entire course. And I know for a fact the speed that I'm going through with it is going to mean that they're literally going to update all of the courses by then. Okay, build a heart icon. Okay. Oh, nice. You got a bird. The previous lesson you learned about SVG element. Okay, so we're just going to build one just for the sake of it. Ah, huh? Okay. I think this is how. I could be wrong. Okay, this is how. Okay, slay. We're getting closer. Look at this example. The view box attribute controls which part of the image is visible inside the SVG. The first two elements of the view box are the starting position, and the next two numbers define the view box width and height. 0, 0, it's starting at 0, 0, which I'm assuming is here, right? And it just goes to 50, 50. Okay, slay. 0, 0, 24, 24. Okay, so we're done 50%. Before you begin coloring the image, you should nest one path element inside your SVG. Create a path element. The path element needs its shape defined. This is where the D attribute comes in. It is used to create a series of command letters and numbers that draw a shape. Set the heart's D. Oh, what the hell? What the hell? That's a lot. I'm not typing that. But valid. I'm glad I don't have to type that actually. Hmm? Yeah. I love when it's like stupid errors that I can fix. The heart icon is almost done. You need to color it red to do that. Set the SVG element to elements fill attribute to red. Oh, let's go. Another workshop done. How many steps? Okay, five more steps and we're in the hundreds. Okay, this is also theory, yeah. And yeah, these three light work. Lab will. Oh, why did I click on it? Lab is going to take a little longer. Everything else is like good because this. Yeah, I think we got this. Because the way the course is going till now, I actually do understand most of the things that have happened, which is insanely nice. Even if I don't, I can just go back on the streams and watch it. But yeah, basically, I just understand it. What are replaced elements and what are some examples? The replaced elements is an element whose content is determined by the external resource rather than the CSS itself. CSS or cascading style sheets is used to add styles to a web page. The most common example of replaced elements include the image iframe or video elements. With replaced elements, you can control the position or the layout of an element, but your CSS cannot directly modify the content of the element. This might be easily explained with some examples. The element itself is replaced by an external image object, the image. Your CSS control things like the positioning of the image or apply a filter to it, but you cannot actually modify the image inside. Okay. Okay, so I can just replace it basically. Why it not work? I want it to work. Why it not work? It not work. Another example is using the iframe element. Okay, so we're on the iframe element. Embed maps onto the layer. So enable and try playing around by zooming in or does it change? Damn. The element itself is replaced by an external object, the site. Your CSS can change the positioning of the embedded site, but you cannot modify the site's content. To dive further, if the embedded site has an H1 element, your CSS will not be able to style that H1 element. You cannot change the size, font color, and so on. There are other replace examples such as video and embed. Some elements have behave as replace elements under specific circumstances. Here is an example of input element with the type attribute set to image. Input type this type of input is considered to be a replaced element, but input but other what can you style in the replaced element, the layout or the positioning? What is it replaced an external object? Which one is a replaced 50% done this and then another workshop. We're introduced to iframe. Let's talk about iframe element, the inline frame, inline embed other HTML content. The HTML content could be a map, video, etc. Is an example embedding the course. So they've made the SRC, right, which is the link to the video, and then the title, which is here, and then allow accelerate. Okay, these are all of the things that they can allow in here. I'm guessing. Is that an ad? And then I don't know what that is, but okay. SRC allows you with the allow attribute. Keep what your in cannot do. We call it an allow list. Clipboard write allows them to write items into your clipboard. Nice. So they've given the SRC and the HREF. You want to embed directly within the iframe element. You have to use the SRC doc. Has the SRC dock been used? No, not here yet. What does I inline frame? What does the iframe matter? Slay. So now another workshop and then a lab. Okay, I think this will be easy because they've done most of it honestly. This workshop. H1. Okay. The one thing I miss about uh, VS Code is the fact that it would have just completed the H1 for me. Does it just work if I just do this exactly? Thank God it doesn't because I thought I was an idiot for doing it the entire time. You've learned it's replaced with an element just like image. That means it can also take width and height. Does this come separately? Okay, I'm having a stupid moment. Having a stupid moment. Yep, separately. SRC attribute and then allow. Okay. I would never allow anybody to do anything else on my straight up remove all of the options. They have to watch it on the frame I deem worthy of watching it on and make it like extremely big or extremely small. I don't think people will use my websites. Hmm. So add the allow attribute with the value. Accelerometer lets the iframe use motion sensor so you can detect things like tilting and rotation. Lets the video start playing automatically, and clipboard write lets the iframe write the data into the user's clipboard. Oh, I forgot clipboard write. Oh, I just did autoplay twice. Am I? Oh, stupid. What is the music? Honestly, yeah, I fuck with it. 63 bit encrypted media, gyroscope, and web share. So I'm guessing all of these are just the fact that this is from YouTube. These will allow the use of encrypted media extensions to protect the video, grant access to the device's motion and orientation servers. 25% left. Referral policy. It is a rule that determines how much detail you can share when your page connects to another page. Strict origin when cross origin. It shares the full address on the same site, only the site name on other sites and nothing on insecure sites. Full address on the same site, only the site name on other sites and nothing on insecure sites. Okay. I think this is the last one if I'm not wrong. Last but not least, attribute allow full screen. That's it. Okay. Let's go. Now we have a lab. Okay. This is doable. Build a build a build an app that functionally similar to this example project. Try not to copy the example project. Give it your own style. Fulfill the user stories below and get all the tests. You should have a main element as the only child of your body element. You should have an H1 element with the topic of your page. We're very original here. You should have a paragraph introducing the topic of your page. Introducing. Wow. I don't know what's happening to my introducing. Yeah. You should have a paragraph in introducing. Okay. You should have three section elements. Why three? That's a little excessive, no? Hmm. Okay. What all do they want? They want an H2 element, a paragraph element, and an iframe element. Is it correct? Normal slash normal slash normal slash. Okay, that's correct. Boop, bloop. Okay. The three iframe elements. Okay, yeah. Let me just finish this. So I'm guessing the section is one, two, three. Right. Okay, let's do one thing. Let's make it actual. Let's not mess around with this. Cats. Cats. S. think it's very valid, right? It's this personal flair, right? So this is our first section where we make it Persian cats, right? And let's pick up a descriptor. Oh god, my spellings are going to shit, right? Now let's work on the iframe. Hmm. So it should have an src attribute, a title attribute, and a height and a width. I'm just gonna add it to all of them so I can just finish it up because all of this I know that all of this is easy. So now we just need to find a video of Persian cats. So let's see. Let's just do the videos first. Uh, share, copy. Will this work? What was the width for this? 400, 400. Okay, let's do 400, 400. So once done, we're going non-verbal. We're going to finish this up. Got to copy the. Yes, it's a different one. Can't do can't do nothing about it, sadly. Okay, this should work. No, If I get like a ooh full sweep for the first time, full sweep for the first time. Let's go. Oh yeah, full sweep for the first time, first attempt. Okay, how many? Okay, we're 6 steps away. We're literally 6 steps away from finishing this sleigh. So I'm guessing one, two, three. Oh, oh. Okay, six. One, two, three. 6 main steps away apparently. It's okay. Got this. Oh god. One, two, three, four. Oh, sorry. Five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 54 steps. 54. Okay. We have a lot to do. We're not close to finishing this, but that's fine. Okay, I have 106 steps. Oh, okay, that makes so much more sense. I was looking at this basic HTML, and then we have semantic, and then we have forms and table. Oh, okay, basic HTML. I'm close to finishing. I thought I was close to. Okay, हो जाएगा, 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 हो जाएगा. आह, आज होगा वो नहीं पता. I mean, honestly, if I push, because I think it's just been half an hour, and for some reason I'm already tired, which is weird. I've also been sick though, so yeah, that's fun. That's fun. That's fun. Let's check out the stream. Day 3, learning how to code trash panda. One watching. Who's watching? Who's watching? I need to know who's watching. Machine heart, bang, bang. Okay, I'm getting like 6 reels on my YouTube app now, back to back. And then now that I've minimized the reels, I just got an entire page worth of ad. Why do I need an entire page? Yeah, dude, what the hell? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 shots. 14 shots before it goes to anything. Okay, nobody's there now. Damn. Right, 14 shots before I see an actual YouTube video. That's ridiculous. That's horrible. What does semantic mean if I'm. Let me be stupid for a second. Elements with a meaning. Okay. Let's do one thing. I think I'm calling it for today. Not for today, for now. And I'm going to come back to this. Right? Because how long? Half. uh, It's been half an hour. I'm going to come back to this.